totally alone. I really thought, is this how it ends? You fall in some dark hole, and this is how it ends. That was pretty scary.
After falling into what felt like a black hole, the second stage of Mellon's experience commenced, his life review. This is a common trait in many near-death experiences. Here Mellon takes it to the context and meaning of a life review.
Then what people now call a life review began for me. The life review began for me, and it's a little different for each person because we are unique individuals and unique set of frequencies. But for me, it kind of began with the moment of my death and ticked all the way backwards, all the way back into the womb. I was seeing images of my life, and I was seeing things, a lot of things you've forgotten that you'll remember as you see your whole life. And even memories in childhood that later, talking to my mother, she said you couldn't remember that, you were too young, or you weren't even born. So for me, it ticked all the way back. It was a sad life review. And the biggest, saddest thing of all is I was born into a family that nobody had any love skills. We didn't know how to show love to each other. And so I never developed the love receptors. So I went through my life thinking that love was a mental illness. And that's how I looked at it. The sad thing in my life review was I got to see how many people had tried to love me. And I never got it. I didn't have the receptors. And that really made me sad because I thought there was no love. And there was always love. As it went back, it got sadder because my parents were pretty dysfunctional. They fought all the time. My mother was pregnant with me. And as a fetus, I can tell you're fully conscious. And the fights and the hitting and the beating and all that I was in the middle of it all. And a fetus is connected to the mother's hormones, nervous system, and everything. So I was feeling everything deeply. So by the time I was born, I'd already had my worldview set. My worldview was set. And that worldview was, this is not a fun place. It's a dangerous place. And because my dad was beating my mother all the time, I had this attitude that males are dangerous things. So I never bonded with males. I always had female friends. The life review is not to make you feel guilt or anything, because there's no judgment, but there is the hardest judgment, that is self-judgment. And that's the hardest judgment you'll ever face. So every word you ever say about anybody sticks to them. The Goonies call it ACA threads, silver threads, all kinds of words for it in all cultures. And people will remember these things because you've connected to them. You may not have been in the room with them when you're talking about it. And they'll have a life review and they may hear this or see it. And they'll know exactly who it came from. The good news is if you have not been able to get to somebody and get into forgiveness with them, do it anyway, out loud in privacy, because it will be part of their life review. It doesn't go away, it sticks. So you judge yourself on things that nobody else would judge you about. And also you never give yourself credit for the heroic things you may have done. Being raised in North Carolina, a lot of snakes and turtles on the roads. If I saw a snake or a turtle in the road, I had to stop and save them. And I was shown one incident of that. There was heavy traffic, people getting off work, I guess. And I saw this turtle stuck on the white line. And I didn't even think. I pulled over and I got myself into the center lane, cars whizzing by, and I picked up the turtle. Now I realized I'm just like the turtle, whizzing by right and left, people not even caring. And I made my way back to the side of it, risking my life.